Every track and field fan knows for a fact that the Paris Olympics is fast approaching, and in just a few weeks, the whole world will get to witness one of the biggest competitions in the history of sports. With that being said, athletes from every corner of the globe have trained in the shadows, pushed beyond their limits, and now they will either rise or fall in the global spotlight. While many athletes have already secured their spots in the Olympics team, others are looking forward to making a mark in the next few days. However, since the US Olympics trials have gone into full swing, we've witnessed some of the best performances from the men and women's competition. This is no ordinary contest, it is a test where only the strongest will emerge victorious. For some, getting to compete in the trials is enough, but for others, anything short of victory will be a bitter pill to swallow. And now the excitement is high around America's top stars, including Gabby Thomas, Sha'Carri and Steiner. Just recently, something unexpected just happened in the women's 200 meters race. For context, this showdown is in fact one of the most watched in the past couple of hours, so stay tuned because there is even much more to uncover in this interesting event. So far so good, we have seen the good, the bad and the ugly in the US Olympic trials. Just a few days back, Sha'Carri was on fire in the 100 meters, winning with a record of 10.71 seconds in the first heat.
Sha'Carri starts to wind up, but she goes past Jefferson. Sha'Carri 10.70.
Amazing, right? But then, who would have thought that Gabby Thomas would put out such a performance in the recent 200 meters competition? The bronze medalist from Tokyo did what nobody expected, especially since, she had to compete against the top OGs in track and field. Day 8 of the 2024 Track and Field Olympic Trials wrapped up Friday evening, headlined by the 200-meter semi-finals and the 110-meter men's hurdles final. Before the event, the full lineup of the 200-meter race featured Gabby Thomas, Steiner, Sha'Carri, and a whole lot of other US stars. And I must admit, this was more than a fierce competition. Going into the game as the favorite was Sha'Carri, who wanted to secure a position in the 200-meter race. On the other hand, we've got Steiner, who in fact was looking forward to making a statement in the competition. And then there's Gabby Thomas, who's been doing her very best to win the spotlight. Luckily for her, she did win it. In the 2024 final US Championships trial, the Tokyo silver medalist easily made the cut with a top time of 21.78 seconds. At 27, Gabby Thomas is in her prime and has been America's top runner in the 200 meters. She showed why she is the USA's best hope against the Jamaicans, especially Shericka Jackson, who is the only woman besides Florence Griffith-Joyner to run the 200 meters in under 21.50 seconds, posting a 21.41 in the 2023 World Championships. Meanwhile, Thomas's personal best performance in 200-meter race is 21.6 seconds, achieved at the 2023 USA Outdoor Championships, almost breaking the world record of 21.34 seconds set by Flojo in 1988.
This is incredible. I knew I needed to get today done, and this is the first step, and there was no gold medal in Paris without making the team today. So I'm just ecstatic, and to be alongside these amazing, incredible women.
She's right. She really needed the win so she can compete in the Olympics, and it's quite ironic how much effort she had to put into the competition. Remember that just a few weeks ago, Gabby Thomas shocked everyone after withdrawing from the 400-meter race so she could compete in the 200. She admitted that deciding to scratch the 400 meters was tough, but it made her even more determined after sitting out the first half of the trials. And since the speed star focused all her efforts on securing a spot in the 200-meter event, her hard work paid off brilliantly. But remember, this will be at the expense of competing in the 400 meters race. Just a few days ago, the 27-year-old announced her intention to go for both events at the US team trials, but the later developments shattered her dreams. She was forced to pick between the 200 and 400 meters after the scheduling date for trial was released. However, it's quite ridiculous because just 2 months ago, Gabby helped Team USA win gold in 2 events with an impressive performance at the Bahamas.
Here, Poland get the silver medal ahead of Canada, who...
Many expected she would be invited by the USATF to join the women's relay team for Paris, but now that seems unlikely. While she will be pulling out of the 400-meter event, her recent success in the 4x100 meters and 4x400 meters races at the World Relays gives some hope that she could still make an impact. Unfortunately, we don't always get what we want, right? On the brighter side, it's nice seeing Gabby in the Olympics shortlist. As the games rapidly approach, you would think Gabby Thomas is entirely focused on training. However, she doesn't spend all her time on the track, and even though she's been pursuing her career as an Olympic candidate, she hasn't let go of her passion for helping others. Not only is she fast and smart, she's also a very nice person. Despite spending about 6 hours a day in training, she spends her evenings volunteering at a healthcare clinic in Austin to assist people without health insurance. In a recent interview with Olympics, she said,
also giving back to the community in that way. And so I found the volunteer healthcare clinic here in Austin, Texas, where I spend a lot of my time.
And I know you might wonder, isn't she exhausted? Well, for Thomas, it's all about balance. Keeping it busy is just how she likes it, and everyone loves her for that. Now, more than ever, fans are beginning to pick sides between Gabby Thomas and Sha'Carri Richardson. Both looked incredibly strong in their qualifying heats, and remember, they earned the silver and bronze medals in last year's World Finals. In fact, throughout their careers, they have faced each other on 5 different occasions, with Gabby Thomas winning every single time. She even beat Sha'Carri Richardson in the recent 200 meters US Olympic trials. However, we need to know that Sha'Carri had already won 6 consecutive races leading up to Saturday, but she struggled in the final 20 meters. A bad start, possibly affected by the yellow card she received for a lane violation in the semi-finals, made it tough for her to catch up. In the long run, she appeared to pull out towards the end of the race with a time of 22.16 seconds while coming 4th in the competition. This means we won't be seeing Sha'Carri in the upcoming 200 meters Olympics. That's one less rival for Gabby Thomas. Now, her biggest challenge in Paris will most likely come from Jamaican Shericka Jackson, who ran 21.41 at last year's World Championships, the second fastest time in history. Jackson is the reigning world champ in the 200 meters, having won against both Thomas and Richardson in Budapest last August. And just so you know, Jackson won her preliminary round at Jamaica's Nationals on Saturday. On the contrary, the competition won't just be a showdown between Gabby Thomas and Shericka Jackson. There is also Long, who finished 3rd in the 200 final here, qualifying for the Paris Olympics in her best event. She managed to cross the line in 21.91 seconds, directly behind Gabby Thomas and Brittany Brown. Unfortunately, Abby Steiner won't be competing since she failed to qualify for the Olympics after ending the race in 6th position with a record of 22.29 seconds. Meanwhile, there is still a lot to be excited about. We could potentially be seeing Gabby Thomas making history with the 200 meters gold. Whatever the case may be, whoever comes out victorious in the Olympics, one thing is for sure, we're definitely in for a treat. With that being said, who are you rooting for in the upcoming Olympics? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section, and as you already know, do well to drop a like and subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching.